Hey everyone, welcome back to Disco Elysium. We are going to carry on from after this crazy existential crisis of a dream that we just had. Where are we going to end up? I do remember there was something about speed right at the end of the last episode. It looked like it was a thought. But we opted not to take it. So I don't know. I know that you can take drugs in this game. But it's like a temporary buff to certain stats. But I want to see what happens if we try and get this guy clean. Try and get him clean. See what happens. Okay, so it's now the morning. Don't look like there's anything else to interact with in his room. I wonder, do we knock up Kitsuragi? No. Let's see if we can't speak to this lady this morning. I think we'll probably get the same thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I was so convinced that it's her. Maybe we'll bump into her again at some point. Oh, hello. Canteen's open. Yeah. The drum fill on this part. It proper reminds me of the H3. I don't know. I think it was the theme to the channel videos rather than the podcast. But just really reminds me of it. Oh, what have we got? Inland Empire. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast oceanic soul. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. My soul is immense. Utterly, and it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people. This goes well with the theory I'm developing that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person. What should I sing when it comes to it? You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Of course, I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy. Yeah. No, don't sing the happy song, it's stupid. Sing the sad song, it's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first though, the one upstairs is destroyed. Okay. Morning. Oh, well yeah, morning. Jinx. I've got some good news, the lieutenant smiles. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep. Good, thanks. I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to. Lieutenant is downplaying his contribution. He got up before sunrise to get this done, and now he's quite pleased with himself for taking care of the gruesome business so efficiently. He points to the mess hall doors. The Union Muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them. What do you mean rowdy? I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union, these men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast. There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for said policing. I think it's them. Are these the men Garter told us about yesterday? I completely forgot. He looks at his notes. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them, by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. Okay. Crosses something out. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. Let's roll. One more thing before we do. He glances at the booth again. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder? They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me. Well, we do need to talk to him. But I mean... No, she's inside now as well. We could just walk past and see that it starts something.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of a blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything alright? Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I make it up to you. Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
Was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask Garter, maybe. Why do you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who is house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to be back on Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing person puzzle might be just the thing to take your mind off the hangover. Sounds more like a side thing. I like the way they keep using side thing for side quest. It's good. Yeah, tickles me. Okay, I'll buy it. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
Yeah, what's this expedition? Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down to the coast across the waterlock to set up a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday, she sighs. What could be keeping them? The waterlock that was broken, could this be it? The waterlock to this side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there. Oh my, what happened to the waterlock? Wouldn't you know it's blocked by the big billboard? Fell right into the water. Oh sweetie, if it weren't for you I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome, Mum. She turns back to you. I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. Yes, some left field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for you. Waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired, and it's cold out there. If I see him, I'll let him know you're here when or if I get there. Okay. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. That's all for now. Wow, someone's been a little boring. What? Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. I like brown. Of course you do. And maybe some black shoes or a pristine white shirt to go with that. It's official. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Why not send out the telefax then? Yeah, no need. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now. Okay. Good, of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further. And I really enjoy the system of having actual interesting dialogue choices that then affect the character of the person that you're playing in the game. So if we just walk past now... I thought it might... With Kitsuragi saying that, I thought it might trigger something when we walk past. Like one of them stops and you're forced to enter the conversation anyway. And then you come into it on better terms. So, let's have a look. need to find 20 real every day. So we should get the bag out really and just pick up any bottles we come across. Ask the scab leader about tattoos. Explore the whirling secret passages. Find a way in. Okay. Get a reality lowdown. You have no idea where you are. Lena encourage you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater deal. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. Okay. Smoker on the balcony. Yeah, but that's after 9 o'clock, isn't it? Victim's tattoos. You have a photo of the tattoo. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. Run the number on the victim's armor. Discovered a serial number. Yeah, we can do that right now. Hangman's armor seems to be missing. Find out what happens to it. So we need to talk to Kuno again. That's gonna be fun. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic. Yeah, not sure how we're gonna get that. Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. This might take some time. I wonder if that's going to be one of the last things you find out. So sing karaoke is another thing, and find the husband. Okay, so let's go. Suppose we're close to the cab. Let's go phone in the serial number, and then let's go speak to Kuno again. Get that out of the way as quick as possible. I've got a point to level up. I'm wondering if we're better off having a thought, or if we're better off... what thoughts have we got? So we can have... I don't know, I think we do either level up, to be honest. So what does this do? I've seen that one pop up quite a bit, but we want panache. Let's level it up. But we're wearing something that takes away from that, so let's have a look at his inventory. So the flare cut trousers and the green snakeskin shoes, okay. I think we might take the glasses off. Okay. So it would definitely be good to get some new trousers and shoes. But hey, anyway. Let's go call in this serial number. Pick up the radio again. Okay. Can you run a serial number from a pair of armoured boots for me? E50 stop 100 stop 1000. The make and model of the armour is Fairweather T-500/Victor Echo. Got it, I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then. Tomorrow? Psh. Ignore Alice and press the button labelled saved. Okay. Might be something for another time. Cool. So that's one thing. Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colours nearly meld together. Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Cupri Camino. The Cupri Motorcorps follow up to the highly successful workhorse Cupri 40 and the answer to LUM's Racing Bread Favourite series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Canima is able to reach 100 km/h in 13.5 seconds, and to go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour. Kilometers? Okay, America. Roll over in the first sharp corner. Turn your attention to the motor carriage itself. Not too bothered. Hey, officer, got a minute? Yeah, I do. For you, I got 5.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
I feel like that's not... no trouble seeing the I mean, investigation. Sorry, man, I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation to you. It's that bad? He lets out a whistle, looking about 10 years older suddenly. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her? No need for you to do anything, don't worry. Last thing we need is more civilians involved. Yeah, no need for you to do anything. Yeah, maybe I should keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can. What's the plan with those rhymes, anyway? Oh, you know, the thought lightens him up. Tommy Lee Holmes going to be a musician. Sprechgesang. Sounds like German and something else. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft. The correct grammar is Tommy Lee Holmes. Why Tommy Lee Holmes? Tommy Lee Holmes was taken. He shrugs, what can you do, manner? My real name is Jeffrey Liffite. Tommy's way better. Alright, I had another question, actually. Mate, we don't have much empathy, we can't do that. But we can try... He's a poet, hit him with your best verse. Failure. Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no, what are doing? She broke me, she effing broke me. That's brutal, man, but time will. No, stop, he's already mortified. No, Tommy, these are my rhymes, listen. Continue. She effed me until I bled. Okay. Yeah. That was a bad idea. That's, in the name of God, what are you doing? It's not real, guys, it's not my actual thoughts, it's a poem. Yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but I will never be the same again. She's always there, F the case, F everything, total doom. Yeah, he doesn't know what to say, so he just repeats, yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest, so thanks, man. He's not lying, he liked the end. Okay, so we tried that. Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Yes, and also thank you. I thank you. Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a murder investigation to return to. How about we do that? Yeah, okay. The thing is, we kind of need to be asking people for money, because that's the only way that we're gonna be able to go to sleep in the evening. But it feels so weird to be asking people for money when you're a policeman. It's just like, it doesn't seem right. Okay, so let's go talk to Kuno and get this out of the way as quick as possible. Well, just out of curiosity while we're here. There was something that I was thinking was on here, but then... Fortress. Nice city. Rolling in bags. Still up involved. No. So where had I seen that before? I can't remember what... Oh, hello. How do I speak to you? You're the person I want to speak to. How do I get up there? Can we do it from the... Oh man, we're gonna have to try. Can we do it from there? You're the person who potentially matches the description of the person that we're looking for in regards to the drug investigation. No. Back upstairs, come on. Go. Something tells me we're not going to be able to from there. I think that's just, it might be like a skylight in the room. It's a pretty big skylight though. Pretty annoying. Okay. Let's try this. Yo. God damn it. Is there any way of getting up there at all? It doesn't look like it, does it? Oh, wait. Wait. Potential. We did, we got up that kind of that direction, didn't we, to go to the see the, oh, what's his name, was it Everett Clare, the guy who was running the union or the company. In fact, I don't even think we need to go up this way. We can go up the other way now, but... And we need to be picking up bottles as well, but we'll equip the bag on the way down, I suppose. Okay, is there a way of getting where we need to be? Over there. Look, there's a door right there. How do we get there? Ah, god damn it. It's like a winch. Through the bucket. Postcard. Grand Couron 37. Thought we could examine items, interact. Use the interact button in inventory. Okay. Well, that was a bit of a waste of time, but wanted to try. And we do need to speak to Claire again, I think. You mentioned that Kim was disappointed that we didn't get too much out of him when we spoke to him the first time. Okay, on the lookout for bottles as well. Where's his inventory? Oh, we can drink, but do we want to? I don't think so. Yo, Kuno. You really want to talk to us, don't you?
Fuck, does Kuno care?
He doesn't care. I found his shack, Kuno. You found Kuno's secret door, Kuno's secret shack. It's closed for 5,000 years. How the F did you get in? Push the panels aside, Kuno. And then what? You F in there. You F in Kuno's kingdom. He's trying to F at you again, Kuno. What was with the pig head? Oh, that. He picks a bit of dirt from his fingernail. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Demo tape, like some kind of musician. Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio. F's pigs live. F's their heads off. He ominously points to the shack. Kuno's a cop killer. Found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it? What's with the tube of magnesium? It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything? He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was. You could use some. It's magnesium, right? Yeah, it's the mag. You effing need that to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day. Rips mag like a mother ever. And you could use a barrel. Don't teach him, Kuno. He's going to use it against you, Kuno. Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it. He looks at you, eyes bulging. You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo. F you, pig. Don't do mag. You're going to OD and you're going to effing die. Wow. That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the effing lightning in there, pig. Okay, I've heard enough of this. The body, what do you know about it? Shitload pig, what's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. This is where you quickly ask him questions, real cop questions like a cop. Where's the rest of his armour? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armour. How come? That F-gimp had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's an effing mutant. A mutant? Do you remember how he looked? Effing growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. He drills his temples with his fingers in some strange aggressive gesture. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. Oh, come on, he's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor. You're just too small for the armor. Get the F out of here. He's trying to F on me with this midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge. He squints at you. What are you, effing 80? When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit four of you in Kuno. F out of here. Try to F on Kuno. F out of here. What do you mean he threw it away? Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. He performs a kick off on the imaginary helmet. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. You threw it in the sea? Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno, he repeats. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a effing monk. Whew. You want to F on someone about that armour? Go F the mustachio union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit, the case. A few are going to slip in. You can only do your best. What do you mean, troubadour? Yeah, cooking boots. You know that jolly union cow effer. Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. Yes, you met him at the gates, the one with the boots and the jolly smile. Boots and the jolly smile. You mean Manana? Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's effing crazy about that armor shit. Come in here pretending like pretending he likes cows, trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Curious, my liege. When did Kuno feed you this information? Let it be. Yeah, yes, pray pardon, sire. Better let it be. I did not mean to make you paranoid. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty effing suspicious to Kuno. You tell that. Don't even know, Kuno. Do you know where he got up there? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down, so you didn't see it happening. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revocol. Pushed himself up. Kuno wasn't regional. Okay, where did you go then? I don't know. Some effing he looks around trying to come up with something. Mesco, I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in effing Night City. There's no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel. That's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist. Why you got to be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. Haven't been in Kuno's head. You want to know where Kuno was? You want to know what Kuno's been effing up to? Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame. It's not effing lame. Kuno's building Kuno City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame. Lame. That's the name of Kuno City. Bitch, get the F off Kuno's back. Shit ain't about that. It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case. Do you know about who he was? Kuno's F-gimp, he picks up a rock. Kuno uses the F-gimp for target practice. He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know. I meant who he was before he died. Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. He shakes his head, clearly offended. Trying to make Kuno sing into the pokerphone. Okay. There are contusions all over his body. Did you do that? What are you talking about? What is this contusion shit? He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurt him. He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again. Contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse. Oh, did Kuno make your sniffing harder? Obstruction of sniffing. He lets go of his head, suddenly feeling better. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno effing rules here. You hear the lieutenant hum. More on this later. Right now let's talk about something else. You're testing Kuno's patience here. About this crime scene, you kids often play in this yard. Right, Pig, this is where Kuno plays his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? The ladder, ever climb it? Look at that, he screeches. You trying to get Kuno killed? So you would say that the ladder is unclimbable. Does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat. The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook. It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno. What's in the greenhouse over there? Dunno. Kip Gardener used to work there. Kip is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Lilmara, not so much anymore. Hold on, the gardener used to work there? Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. He fills his lungs with the rancid air. His eyes get a little watery. It's nothing to Kuno. You mean the young woman by the whirling in rags? That gardener? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. He looks at you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself. Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilise the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds? I should ask her about that. Yeah, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious. I might have some questions later. For now, let's talk about something else. More questions about the crime scene. Talk about the shack again. I think we did everything with the body. Crime scene. Yeah, okay. Shack again. I think we've got everything there. We could try the empathy. It's not going to work, but we can try it. It wasn't that far off, to be honest. He's only a crime scene bossing you around, and he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful. You think you can turn the Kuno down for a moment? Let's tolerate normal people. Listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups. You must have seen all kinds of things thrown stones here. Want to help me? I see him bust a murderer. City of Rage, nice city. What's going on there? I'm intrigued. Yeah, let's ask him about that. See if he can open up. No. The evil shit behind the fence hacked like she's coughing up a furball. You told him about it and now he knows you're lame. You see, it's not effing lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending Rage City from. He waves his hands in the air. Just F off, alright? And F you too, he has turning to you. Putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to effing explain his shit. Kuno's king. He rules here. Fuck you want. Explain himself as if explaining some kind of work. Some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time. I'm intrigued. You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today. Okay, we can't try that one again. Okay, I'm off. Yeah, that magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium as you slouched. No. Not bothered about that. Oh yeah, we didn't have a look at this last time. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock. How do we get the lock open? Try using a pry bar, like the one you took from the motor carriage, or Lieutenant. Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. Okay. Okay, cool. And I believe there was a bag. A bottle even. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, plastic bottle. Cool. Should just be holding tab the whole time, shouldn't I? Oh, do you have plastic bottle? Oh yeah. Okay, so maybe we go into the Whirling Rags. We ask the what's his name about the key, and then maybe we talk to all these folk around here. Yeah, you got a key, man?
Can I help you?
Yeah, that's... Is the trash container out back of yours? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags. Duh. Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked? Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out, that's why. And the neighbours too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company. I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container? Well, yes, us and the garbage disposal company. Seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stares in you. No, it doesn't. Nothing stares at me and it isn't callous, it's common sense. Okay then. Maybe you callous yourself. We need those keys. What do you need them for? It concerns the case. The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden. Please cooperate. He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. Just bring them back once you're done, please. Okay. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. Absolutely out of the question. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger, then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire. Okay. And I wasn't really 100% about the humour when we first started, because it just seemed like, I think I mentioned the tone just, I don't know if it is or not, or if it was just me not playing right, but the tone seemed to kind of jump all over the place a lot, but it's growing on me a lot now. It's like when you first do a crossword for the first time and a new, someone that you're not used to setting the questions, it seems a bit all over the place, but when you've done it a fair few times from that same writer, it tends to open up. Open the padlock with the key. With the well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't! Maybe you shouldn't. Open the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags and organic waste. We're just in time, the lieutenant peers in. This hasn't been emptied for over a week. Look under the boxes of carn. You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. The methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. Used to what? Dumpster diving? No, searching for evidence in the trash. Dive further. Box falls into pieces into your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Pick at the rags. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. Grab them. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. Are these the victim's clothes? The smell is not nearly as bad as the cadaver. These clothes could not have been in contact with the deceased for more than 2 days after his death. The lieutenant smells them. Cadaverine odour is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Drop them in here, officer. By early stages, you mean these were taken from him no more than 2 days after his death? Yes, he nods. If we're still assuming the clothes were taken off to get to the armour, they must have stripped him of it fast. The scavengers, in a matter of days, bagged the trousers. Kim quickly searches the jeans. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty, or emptied. He wore them with a belt too, a wide belt. The loops appear stretched, but he looks into the container. The belt is missing, that's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here. Something slimy catches your eye. Reach for it. Drab long-sleeve shirt, olive-coloured. Appears from the food waste, dripping with pus. Bag the shirt. This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armour to conceal it in an urban scenario. He nods to himself. Anything more? The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye, but other than that, a thrown out towel, a mug, that's all. Alright, we should go to Garter again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning out the yard, or that one. He nods towards the red-haired boy behind him. I'd advise against confronting that force. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them in here, or... you think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe? Okay. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, and the lid was locked, and this establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread. Okay, proceed. Search the food waste. Just organic waste, cold and slimy in your hands, apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? What? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Pick it out. Something larger. A clipboard. Blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you could still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting. Officer, is that your paperwork? No, it can't be. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Nice. It is. Look, he points to the clipboard. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality for it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know, I'm boring. I'd rather not talk about it right now. I like that one. Well, he doesn't know what to say. Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, organised crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. I wonder if we're going to find the badge or the gun as well. Okay, I'll do that. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. He peers into the trash where soggy cartons and rags stink uninvitingly. Now tell me what your eagle eyes see, or are we finished? The mug. I'm getting that mug too. Pick out the broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. An antique? Only in its social sensibility. Take the mug. The man briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. Is that it? Close the lid. Container sounds a muffled gong. That's one thing off the list. The lieutenant sounds relieved. I think we got it all. Open the lid again. Yeah, close the lid. Leave. Cool beans. So, my old case files or whatever. And the yellow man mug. Bit broken, but hey. It's a vessel. It's all good. Okay. So...
Can I help you?
Thanks, I hope you found what you were looking for. Found the victim's clothes. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. Vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. Who else has keys to the trash container? The trash collection service? CS Municipal? I don't see why they would put anything in the trash though. Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. He returns to the man. Thank you anyway. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you're sleepwalking or in a fugue state. He grimaces. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Thanks, let's talk about something else. Did we check that before? I don't know what's in this door. Cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted maybe. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. Try to push the door. You got anything new to say? Do you know what's behind that door? He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for no. I don't know what's behind that door. Okay. Right, let's talk to all these folks. Start by asking her about what she was doing in the greenhouse. Oh, the woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I mean no trouble, I'm here to do my job, that's all. Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on the murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. I'm sure I'm rolling all of this. Obviously I'm a lawyer, a legal counsellor for the Dockworkers Union. She crosses her arms. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients. Why are you so aggressive? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. So you're spying on us and now you represent murder suspects, just dock workers? Listen, you Morrowlinton lackeys, you're a mob enforcing the unlawful privatisation of Revocol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. F yeah, the tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. See, what are you doing drinking, man? 9:05. So you ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions. Yeah, okay, I don't think that conversation's going anywhere. Okay, this is Titus.
This is where you say your bit.
Broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective?
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Alright, Glenn. Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants. Chatter is too inane to reach your ears. Raise your chin and gaze into the distance like a prince. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get all ripe and pretty for you.
Flipping heck, Shanky's a bit scary.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Scan the room. The man hiding in the backyard. Yeah, scan the room. Starting in the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man in his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on the right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed. Working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos, Mescar, Sarah Merizian, in his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villalobos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations, hard to say what else, the ink is fading. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toe, size 44. 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? Where? On his neck. Forget, it's not important. Let's call this one the musician. And the little guy? Size 41 with the light step. Not a child after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in the armour and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One of them is absent, the odd soul, because it's the woman who's not here, who's almost definitely upstairs. Exactly, the missing lady driver who is running the drug trade. Does it mean that the Hardy Boys are involved in the drug trade as well? The entire union might be involved, maybe even entire Martinez look around suspiciously. Not necessarily. Lady driver could have kept the drug trade secret. This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Maybe, but hey, you've stood there for about 4 seconds not saying anything. Now is a good time to hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy? The F is with you, fella. Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. Did you do it? I found out it says the footprints, but there's only 7 you do. Where's the 8th Hardy boy? Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade. I talked to Joyce, the merc you hanged. And his friends are coming for you. I'm going to take off now. I like this one. What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. He sizes you up. Oh, what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring, he shakes his head. Actually, boss, we've been talking and think she could maybe... She. So there is an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl. Who might it be? Elizabeth, the gardener? Shut the F up, Glenn, he roars. I do the talking here. Now what the F do you want, cop? It has to be good if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too. So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy, and it's a she, and you don't like us talking about her. That's right, we're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And he points at Kim. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you. Good, we're all watching each other. The lieutenant in just his spectacles. Officer, your question. Talk to Joyce, the merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you. I don't like that question. Man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy? He takes a sip from his can. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, the lieutenant says without a smile. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? Why are your boot prints all over the scene? You involved somehow? I just don't have proof yet. Yeah, why is there a container belt around the guy's neck? Container belt? Like we use in the harbour? Yes, why? Because we took it, he says, from the harbour where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this. He looks you dead in the eye. Together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck. There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple. But there's a catch. Yeah. There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. All 7 together, they're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. You murdered him just like that, no remorse. Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? Why don't I just arrest you? Murdered him just like that, no remorse. How many people have you sent to the chase? Ever felt remorse for them? Chase electrique is the method of capital punishment in Revocol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad. or sent them to Reunion to rot for 20 years for life, he says as if it were worse than dying. And Reunion, what's that? The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. But you see a lawman, he says, squeezing his beer can, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die. Who called the shots that night? Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? A trick question, don't let her lead the conversation. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here? Who do you effing think does? He sounds more amused than angry. Points at the harbour. Everett Clare runs the union. You answered to him, right? Say it hard, right? It's leading. She'll have us up for that, but yeah, that's better. A moment of silence. The long-haired one breaks it. Titus, no one was thinking that there's any question who's the leader. That's how he would have ended it. Titus won't let him. No, no, no. He shakes his head. F no. The big dick is right here, asshole. You're looking at it. He grabs his crotch. Right F in here. Starting to remind me of the Team America speech. Disregard the outburst, officer. She gives Titus a condescending glance. None of the boys have any more comments on their power relations. That night they acted as one, that's all. So when did this hanging incident occur? You don't have to keep answering these questions, the fixer turned to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie, relax, he says. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. It seemed like a good way to end the week. How long had you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet, Titus gives it Glenn a stern look. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? By the Pines cow you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for Wild Pines. The lieutenant pretends to check his notes. The same company you're striking against. No, he stresses, I mean, the Pines cow. Stupid ass cow they sent into Efazova. But you know what? He rubs his chin pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. She turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Why did you kill him? Why? He hisses through his teeth. Because he was worthless mercenary scum, and he stepped out of line in my town. So he's a mercenary, that's it. And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice. What kind of mercenary? The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoi and Semenine written all over him. Ex-RNJ's special forces. A live grenade, the man spreads his arms, right here in our bar. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merch like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. Right, but what did he actually do wrong? Wrong, he roars. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. He wipes spittle from his mouth. From rape to harassment to threats of violence, why the strange de-escalation? To kill us all if we don't open the gates and if we don't let the scabs in. If we don't bend over, he cracks his knuckles. And that was before he started coming here. Yeah, he said it was his favourite joint now. Started coming here every night, drinking, grabbing girls, grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage. He grabbed someone? The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information. Yeah, this girl's on the mic, beautiful girl, young, gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The effer grabs her leg, starts screaming. Show me your... Show me your... C-word not repeatable on YouTube. Why don't you show me yours? Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle, doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, he said. Okay, then now about the man you killed. Yeah, okay. Aren't you effing listening? My man is talking to you, he took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you effing listening? He repeats like a parrot. There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about the rape that Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it. Right. Well, who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation. No. There's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you. How did he kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper? Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot? The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that? Lieutenant goes in for the leg sweep. Titus does not see it coming. He looks even more irritated than before. Look, I'm not going to play 20 questions with you, Copper. I'll say it again. We killed him. Yeah, I knocked him out. The tattooed one speaks up, banging on his chest. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a stack of sand. Well, unlucky Elaine. That's right, Lawman, he spits through his teeth. And then we hang the F. Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up. Things aren't quite right here, are they? Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out? Yeah, let's do it. Boom. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others, but... Tell me who's a solid, who's cracking under the pressure? Who's cracking under pressure? This one, he's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far, definitely the weakest link in the chain. Fungus. Hey you having trouble breathing over there? No, he looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking from out from under his warm woolen hat. Of course he's having trouble breathing, just look how effing fat he is. The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing. F off, Shanky, the big boss steps in. Angus is a powerful guy, all muscle. Keep your eye on this powerful guy, sooner or later he's going to break like a piece of twig. Where did all this action take place? Right effing here, he spreads his hands. Eugene already told you that the F had started coming to our bar. Yeah man, weren't you listening? Mr. Tats wanted you to knock him out. My effing elbow, Copper, he looks at you straight in the eye. Samaran boxing style. Samaran boxing or Sambo is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves originating from the Samaran... I don't know, is it Iola? I don't know. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness and cool. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details. There's something you're not telling me. An FU2 Copper, picking on Angus like this, we're done with the schoolyards. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing. This one is a stone wall, you won't get more out of them about the night of the murder, not yet. Right, I have other questions about the lynching, like what? Why don't I just arrest you? Yeah, lawman, he takes a step closer as well, fixing his baseball cap. Why don't you? It's almost an anthropological sight watching him try to assert dominance over you. Not in the arresting mood, his mean little eyes come alive with hatred. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. While the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve, there's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts, their eyes alight. You confess to murder, I'm taking you in. Easy now, let's just talk. Easy now, let's just talk. Wise move, he leans back against the table. You made the right choice there, now make another one and get the F out of our booth. We're not going to do this again. So what are we going to do now? Nothing, the reply comes sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong. I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here. Titus, Lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job, no, did I say notebook? Notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it's group responsibility. We're going to look into this. Good luck with that. He grabs another beer. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is going to hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade. Like hell you have, he leans back unruffled. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41, Kilos. We'll do that. In the meantime, he points south. Did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints, he taps on his notebook, and turns to you. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grace? The thought forms in your head like a lightning strike branch in the sky. No, do the honour, you've earned it. Thank you, he turns to face the man. You're right, Titus, there is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade. That's mighty interesting theory, he rubs his jaw, smiling. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street. Yeah, man, theoretically, that's what you would do, to get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies. You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly, he grins. For the good of the community, of course. It's disgusting you're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people. Good idea, and yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know, in fact, there's still plenty of drugs out there. Wonder if we actually agree with him here. What happens? Thank you, theoretically, of course. Thank you, theoretically. He takes a sip of his beer and smiles. Titus, I'm amazed. Where is the same professionalism when it comes to other topics? You're doing great. I hardly have to interfere at all. I don't know, Lizzie. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. He turns to you. Now, was there anything else? I was going to sort of get my brewski on. Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here. The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing, she runs the thing, right? My answer is F off. He takes a step closer. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene. And here we go, back to the usual, the woman's size. I know. The little man raises his index finger excited. Fatty walked on all fours. He's so fucking fat he left 2 set of footprints. Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet. Go F your mum, Dennis. Confront her. Okay. That's more like it, boys. She turns to you. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know? No, we're not gonna say that. Okay. Well, I did not expect them to earn up to this, I have to say. That was a surprise. What's this? Ha! Took your money. You see hawthorn bushes outside? What's the significance of that? Can we ask you about the,
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the Hardy girl? I am not, she says dryly. You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model. Her face stiffens. Glenn, I went to law school. I'm an attorney. He's right, with a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International. Okay, great, Glenn. She went to law school. Okay, then. So, F and what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, F word. No, Glenn, they aren't. Her tone is cold and uninvolved. This didn't change her opinion of you. It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl, definitely. What are you going to do to me? The lieutenant is not satisfied with the approach. What are we going to do to you? She starts laughing. It's cold laughter devoid of joy. Union isn't going to do anything to you. It's not crime syndicate. It's a labour organisation. A gruff hump from the table. Goddamn right it is. If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. She shakes her head, but we digress. I get the feeling I'm gonna be going up these stairs quite a lot because I'm so sure that it's her, man. Who else could it be? There's the girl who had the red paint, but I just... Something's telling me it's not her. Still nothing. And again. Just open the goddamn door. Do you think when we find out how to get into that door, that's when we're gonna be able to... Oh, what's here? Kim also tries to look at the pile of... Yeah, okay. Then he's finding it hard not to trip on the tape and send it... Okay. I did it my way. This is where the magic happens. And by that you mean crimes against humanity. I defied bourgeoisie morality in here. Defied it hard. I have no idea what that means. How on earth are we supposed to get up there? Oh well. Maybe it's something that comes really late on. Oh, is that a bottle we can... Yup. We got loads of bottles here. Which I don't think were here last night, so that would tell us that we'd got a little bit drunk on the old last night. I wonder if this is enough to get you to the next day, just out of pure gameplayness. Okay. Every time I hear that now, it's going to make me think of H3 videos. Great moves, Ethan. Keep it up. So we got to level up. Did that thought of us... Oh no, that's still rocking. Let's unlock another. So we've got... I'm gonna want to equip that one when we get it. Oh no, we've already got it. Let's go for... yeah, let's go for that one. Oh wait, no, yeah, we were... Oh, okay. Yep, cool. So we need to ask Kuno about the trash. Okay. Damn it, she's right there, man. Shit, there's no other way up, is it? What's she doing? Just stood out there in the rain having a cig all day. It's a pretty long cig. Crime scene. Clothes container. Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit's beneath Kuno. I need to know. Listen, he stops you. Kuno doesn't care about this small time shit. Just listen, Kuno saw what you did there. Dumpster diving, sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. A shirt like Kuno's wearing. He points to his pants. Your size, good price, 500 real. You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters falling running down his trouser leg. Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. Look, Kuno ain't seen lying round, except for that, I imagine F-wit you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa? Lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say I told you so any louder. Alright, entertainment. What's so great about these pants? These are Faln modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit. He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. These are graphite black and look brand new. These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. And they will also make you into an idiot. Okay. There's also a mug in the trash. A mug in the trash. Is this about the clothes again? Yes. Does this racist mug have anything to do with it? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain, he whispers excitedly. You saying you pigs are after the mug effer because he's the clothes effer. Can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno. That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up. That's tense, he thinks for a moment. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. He nods in approval. The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too. Kuno doesn't know who put that in there, and if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two and two together here. Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. She lets out a hiss, even meaner than before. Get away from my Kuno, kids. Yeah, Kuno jumps back. Get your bacon away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Interesting. Yeah, he might end up helping us. What have we got that's new in there? Go to the harbour gates, ask the Jolly Mesk about the armour. Who's the Jolly Mesk? Where are the harbour gates? So many questions. You were here yesterday. Down this way. Back towards where the boat was, I guess, then, maybe. Let's just down this way. Oh, we don't need much rail, we've already got 17, so probably selling what we got now is going to get us enough for the room, I guess. Oh, maybe close. Is stupid old racist still here? Yeah, he is. Whoa. Interesting shadows. Yeah, you hardly get anything for bottles, do you? So, 10 cents per bottle. Okay. Reevershaw. Okay. Right, I think maybe we go to the... We find the harbour gates. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, we did lose that thought. Oh, there it is. The book appears to be working, but without edge. Okay.
Ship takes off like a silver mosquito, unfolding its rotor blade arms.
A good one?
Yes, hello?
Yeah, okay.
No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Shouldn't a working class woman be
Not all the
working?
time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
I'm a
I know
policeman.
you are.
Good then.
What with?
Maybe your husband is missing. My husband? No, he's not. So where could he be? I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working? Where's this going, officer? Right, got it, thanks. Maybe our cockatoo is missing. Okay. Blues 87 Radio City seems important. Poor little viewer. Kuno. Under the graffiti, a sea of blues and greys appears. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, a neck-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus on the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice. Okay. Goes it south, the instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle. The curtains on the display open, you lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape like a ghost. The lenses shift, the ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins a man-made structure is visible, a half-sunken sea fort. It's concrete, almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Ruins of some kind of building over there. Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out. Lieutenant takes off his glasses and cleans them. Right, so I'm just going to check down here. Don't think it is, but... Oh no, we spoke to this. Don't want to speak to those guys again. Up this way, is it? We've got the map, haven't we? Oh, I'm an idiot. Where is it? We've got maps somewhere. There we go. The gate at the harbour. Do you mean around here? The Jolly Man? Oh, is it the guy selling? The guy with the wee shop. Looks really nice, this game. Everything's been designed really well. I like the how it changes at with time of day and weather as well. Is it you that we're talking about, sir? Do we have any new
Everything's still
conversation
cool
options?
here, officer.
High chance of persuading him to give us some money. Excellent, do it. Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force? Oh, okay, the man stops his face, suddenly serious. But why, officer? After all this mess, the broken seal's lying to you. Think of it as an investment. What kind of investment? Investment in your customer base. Think we can get away with 10. Nice. 10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man. He takes a 10 note from his leather pouch. Awesome, thanks. So it's not him then, but hey. Don't quite know where they mean then. I think maybe me not knowing what to do is a good point to end today. So yeah, what's happened? We've had people literally confess to the murder, but there's still stuff that doesn't really add up. So we really need to speak to the 7th member who wasn't there, but it's difficult to know how at this point. And I don't want to research on how to do anything. I just want to try and find out as we're going. So we'll pick up where we left off next time. And thanks for watching. All right, cheers. Bye.